Today I'm going over one of my latest videos called Darts in the Dark, where I got the idea and how I executed that video. So jumping right in, we have this shot here, shot on an app on my iPhone. You can see we're set to, in the bottom right, 25mm view, and I was walking my dog in the morning and said, oh my goodness, that looks like an absolute killer frame right there. I want to come back tomorrow morning and film that same exact thing. However, then I began to think, well, the sun sets over here and blasts in on the right side of this frame. So I could get a little bit of light spilling onto the front of the truck here and have a nice fall off with a nice blue sky at twilight hour in the background. Then I began to think, well, if I push in on a slider, that'll just look absolutely amazing. So that's what I went ahead and did. As we can see here, let me pull up the pencil app. I have an aperture 300D set up in the corner here, blasting some light in this way with a small spotlight attachment on there to angle that light into a smaller cone shape. I mean, the angle's not quite as steep as this, it's more so coming in this way. However, you can see it spilling onto the front of the truck here, and then as it gets darker, we'll see that that light starts to bounce up towards the roof of the truck. We have a DZO Vespid Prime 25mm as our lens, and we are on some sort of slider, some cheap sliders like $100, $200. The Sony FX6 and a Polar Pro matte box with a 1/2 diffusion. The sun sets over here, so it's mimicking that light, and in the beginning of the night it looks supernatural, and I wanted something a little more pushed and overdone in a way like you see in a movie, so it really creates that look as the night goes on. On another shot here, got my sketchy setup with the bench stools. I had the lens set at f4, so when the slider started here and ended here, the focus didn't shift too much. I didn't want to pull focus. A, I was the one in the scene, and B, it would have looked weird holding a monitor. So I just said, whatever. If you zoom in, maybe it's not perfectly sharp, but it works for this scene because it's a little darker. You can see aperture 300x on the stand there, and you can see that light sort of just pushing in this way. This is exactly the thought I had earlier on in the morning that I wanted to get. This is just one of the shots you'll see later on. Just the camera's propped up on the hood. And on the inside here, I have a Pavo tube, the 4-foot version, just set to red. That way it's contrasting against the blue background. So we can see, this is later in the night. The light stand is here. You can see that light punching in. So it's mimicking the sunset. But what's cool is you got the moon in the background. So it creates this very unique look, and it's not natural, you could say, but it's more so a push to look like you'll see in a movie. And then you can sort of see right now that light bouncing up off the hood, and that's exactly what I wanted it to do. And let's open up the first scene here. This is a close-up. I believe this is the second shot in the video. You can see we have a nice glow of red from the light on the inside reflecting on the chrome mirrors, and there's a window in the back of the truck here, so it's just giving a little bit of ambient light on the dump body of the truck, that nice dark blue here, and it fades off into a little bit warmer color on this side. If we zoom in here, we could see on Rex, that's my dog, that light kind of pushing there with a hard edge light towards the fall off side of the subjects. You can see on my face here, got my fake cigarettes. Saw Peaky Blinders a couple years back. Rex, what are you doing? Come here. He's going crazy over there. I don't know what he's doing. But I was watching Peaky Blinders, saw they had the fake cigarettes, bought some, and that was 2 years ago. This is the second time I've used them or something like that. But I had someone comment on TikTok because they were really mad. They thought I was smoking next to the dog, but they're just fake. So anyway, we got the orange glow from the lighter, just giving me a nice little light on my face there. So it pops me off the background here, and it just doesn't let me fall into this darkness over in here. It pulls my face off. You see a nice fall off going on this side, and that light bouncing off the hood of the truck also helps fill this in a little bit, just like it does on Rex here. Wow, it looks like a first grader just drew on that thing. Probably worse. I used film box. Someone commented on the actual video asking if I use film box still. Yes, I do. You can see this grain here. That's from film box. I also did. Rex is going crazy. He just found this old ball. This thing's crusted. Wow. Anyways, so I used film box for the grain, gate weave, and in here you can see the halation. All with 16 mil settings. So you can see that light pushing in this way. And then we have, again, the lighter lighting me up. You can see Rex is very well lit up from that light bouncing off of the hood. And there's a little bit of light spilling in this way. And then again, we have that cooler tone shifting over as it goes towards the sun, becoming warmer. And now if I didn't have that aperture 300 on this side of the frame, all this in here would just be dark like it is over in this area. So that's why I initially wanted to bring that light in, and then my second thought was, oh, I could kind of fake the sunlight just in case later on it's a little cloudy, like it ended up being. So the background sits perfect, and the fake sunlight is pushing in very nicely. This is coming back to that shot where the camera's set up on the hood. Rex, I'm trying to tell the people what's going on here, and you're making a ruckus. So this just shows the inside of the truck. It's just a cool shot. This is the wide angle without me in it. As you can see, we can pull up, do a little drawing on here. Again, that light's pushing in. Got the warmer tones from the sun over on the right side of the frame, and you can see that night just falling in. The moon is up in this area just off the frame, and you can see that in the next shot here. There's the moon. This is just a nice little, oh man, the image has got to download. This is a nice little coincidence here that this chrome is being lit up by the light from the inside. I really like how that turned out. That was just a coincidence. You can see the moon. We got a little bit of halation bouncing off the moon there. See that grain really working. Just creates a beautiful image. And that's the last one. So again, if you guys have any questions about the setup, I mean settings used, anything like that, put them down below and I'll get back to you. White balance in the camera was set to 6500. The light was set to 4300, and then the red light on the inside of the truck was just red. I don't know, something like that, just a red color. Don't have the exact hue number for you. So if you want to recreate this look, it's very simple. And then I use a 2393 and a Kodak 5219 stock and print for the look, and then I pushed a little bit more blue into those darker tones within the image. So I was very happy with how it turned out. I think it's very filmic. To some, it may be too much, but to me, it's perfect. So I plan on doing some more of these videos. If you liked it, let me know down in the comments. If you didn't, let me know what you would do differently. I'm open to opinions. So with that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Rex, what are you doing? Come here. Say hi to the YouTube folks. This was the menace in the video making all the noise. Alright, let's go play ball. Come on.